Okay, so the next thing, we go back to this. Of course, the lift can't be moving constantly all the time forever. Can you imagine you went into the lift and the lift just go on with the same speed forever and ever and ever? You would cry because you're not going anywhere forever. That's scary. I mean, it always happened in my dream. I always dream of sitting in the lift and go on forever and ever and ever and ever. Okay, so what we do now is we also come back to reality. The reality is the lift must stop somewhere. If you go from first floor to 60th floor, okay, first floor to 60th floor, okay, maybe first floor to 5th floor is acceleration, and then 5th to maybe 55 is constant speed, but 55th floor to 60th floor, it could be a case of slowing down. You see, there's an A and negative acceleration, so it's called deceleration. If they put A equals a negative value, so it's deceleration of that value. So in this case, you need to be careful. Let's put an example, -7. Okay, so what we do is R2 minus mg equals to MA, but this A we must put -7 first, okay, as a precaution. So let's say R2, in this case we shall, okay, I should use back my MA, so MA plus mg, but you need to know one thing, this A is negative value, so it has become a negative A, but you can factorize this to be G minus A, okay, G minus A. But I think the best is if you could just put in the value straight away in this section, okay, in this section, if you could just put the value straight away, then you don't have to memorize R2 equals to mg minus A. But of course later I will show you one very rapid way of remembering things, so you will know it later about how to memorize all this. So in this case you will feel lighter. See, if you look at R2, let's say the person is having 70 again, so 10 minus 7. You see, so 3 times 70 is actually 210 Newton. Originally you have 700 Newton, but you feel lighter, 210 Newton. For me, I'll be happy because I'm so heavy and fat. I need to cut down. But this kind of happiness is an illusion. It's not real. So the thing is, as we make one final conclusion, let's start with a new page. We have a case of going up with acceleration positive. We also have a case of going up but slowing down eventually. We also have a case of static. We also have a case of constant velocity. Okay, we also have a case of constant velocity. So what will happen is we want to make the best way to memorize. Okay, going up is heavier. Going up fast is heavier. Going up but slow. But going up slower is actually lighter. Okay. So, and then this static is no change, and this one constant velocity also no change. So what we do is there's this acronym, the acronym of heavier, positive A, heavier, negative A, lighter. Okay, but I find it hard to remember it that way, so the best is just remember positive is like adding, isn't it? Acceleration positive is like adding. You see the word plus, adding. So when you add something, it becomes heavier. If the acceleration is negative, negative seems like minus. Okay, minusing. So if it is minusing, you become lighter. So quite simple to remember. So this static and constant velocity, you need to pay attention to this because A is not moving at all. This A is because both V and U are the same value. Let's say 10 and 10. 10 minus 10. No more discussion. So this heavier or lighter, you can just remember that if it is positive, it's heavier. If it's negative, it's lighter. But this one only applies to going up. Okay, this one only applies to going up. So what we do is, let's recall, how do we get heavier? Because we add. Why do we add? Because we plus. Why plus? Because plus positive. Positive means acceleration positive. So what we do is R equals to M A plus G. Okay. But to be more accurate, so that I can help you to understand things later, so it's just G plus A. Because G is always larger. G is always the largest. A cannot be as large as the acceleration of free fall. Okay? So lighter. How come? When do you feel lighter? Because you minus. Why you minus? Because you minus with the sign. Why sign? Because it's negative. Why negative? Because acceleration is negative, meaning you are slowing down. So you actually feel lighter. So you must use G minus A. You cannot use A minus G. Okay, G always has a higher value. So that's all for the motion upward for a situation in a lift where you are static, when you are accelerating, where you are having constant velocity, and when you are slowing down.